Hey guys, hope you're all okay. Join me on this gorgeous, as you can see, sunny Saturday afternoon. And as you can see by the start of this video, I have a new tailpipe. So I thought I would use this opportunity on this gorgeous sunny day to give this a proper run, even though I've not got my running in service till Tuesday, so I'm still trying to keep the revs down. I can raise them a little bit above 6,000, obviously it doesn't matter, but I'm just trying to be a little bit careful with the revs. But I can still give it a good run out and just get a feel for this exhaust, just how it sounds, and yeah, just make sure that everything's okay with it and nothing's loose. I went for the Termignoni pipe. I think it's called a GP2r. I'll put a link in the description. I've even forgotten the website where it came from. It came from Italy. It's about £400, which for something like this, of this quality, is pretty good, I think. This isn't Euro 4 compliant. It's obviously quite loud. I've still got the baffle in. You can see that inner sleeve there. I can take that out, but do you know what? Just riding this here, it's loud enough with the baffle in. I'm not going to take the baffle out. There's no point. This is just the right sound, just what I wanted. A bit of a deeper growl. You'll hear it in a minute, obviously. It's just right, I think. I might try the baffles out, but I think it's going to be far too loud. Far too loud. But we'll see. I can take them out if I want to now and again. That's the thing with this pipe. You can make it louder, but the Euro 4 spec pipes, you can't make them louder. They come and they're just too quiet. I know some of you are going to say, oh, you need to decat it to get rid of that big box under there and this and that, but the header pipes are probably, I think they're about 700 quid. I'm just not investing that kind of money in this bike. I don't need more power. It's got way enough power as it is. So yeah, I'm not worried about that underneath there. And the quality of this pipe is superb. Yeah, Termignoni, they make brilliant products. And considering my Monster S pipes were about 1,200 quid, you know, £400 for this is pretty good, I'd say. It does what I want it to do. It looks better, the bike. As you can see, it looks so much better now, so much better. It looks better. It's 3 kilos lighter compared to the old pipe. And with removing the mirrors, the number plate hanger that was on the back of the bike that you saw in the previous video, the rear foot pegs, I've saved around 6 kilos, which isn't that much, but it's better than adding weight to a bike, for sure. But I'll start her up anyway. Bike's warmed up. I've just ridden about 5 miles to get here. But what I've worked out, it's got more of a low down sort of rumble to it that the other one didn't have. It's not massively louder, it's just got a better tone to it. That's me revving it to about, don't know, about 4,000 or 5,000. So it just sounds a little bit more raspy. Now I've tweaked it and sort of made it mine. Now that's the thing with bikes. Just make it yours, personalise it. Don't worry about what anyone else says. You know, they're going, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. They can shut up. Just do what you want to do to it. There might be better pipes than this out there, but this is what I wanted to do to it. You know, I'm happy with this. But I think this is probably, yeah, one of the best looking naked bikes around. I think it looks wicked. Absolutely wicked. Brilliant. Right guys, let's jump on her and go for a ride. Guys, I thought I'd run over a few more bits and pieces while I'm on the bike. This is obviously mostly about the exhaust, but while I'm on it I might as well have a little chat about some things that I've added. As you saw, I added those R&G scuff sort of plate stickers to the heel guards, because my my boots were scuffing the aluminium, like taking some of the lacquer off it, I think it was. So they're a bit expensive, they're 20 something pounds. There's 3 parts to it. I've just added 2 parts to the heel guard. There's another bit that did the swing arm, but my foot's nowhere near that, so I didn't bother doing that. I've added the TomTom sat-nav mount, which is fitted by the ram mount. It's an inch ball that just screws into one of the bolts that holds on the headset of the handlebars. I used it before on the Africa Twin. It works really well. I love having the sat-nav. Like now I can go for a ride out and if I get lost, I'm just tap and I'm home. No messing around, putting my phone on, draining the battery, whatever. So love having the TomTom on there. It looks good, as you can see. I've also got a Senna headset on my helmet. I think it's a Senna, is it a 20S or an S20? I don't know. I'm really bad at remembering things. My bro had a spare one. He had a set of 2 and he never used the other one, so he's given me this one. Well, if it's on loan or what it is, but so I've got this one. I've got this one on my helmet. I've not got it turned on at the moment. It'll start playing music, and as I don't know how to work it, I'll end up you guys will end up hearing all the music that I'm listening to. So I've got it on here. I need to have a little play around with it really. I've not had a chance yet, but it's going to be brilliant because Gaz and I can have a proper chat when we're next out together on a ride. I'm also going to get another bracket and some speakers and a boom mic for my enduro helmet, so that when we're off-roading, I don't think we're going to get them before Wales, which is in a week's time, but I want to try and make the videos better so we're chatting together and stuff. It makes more sense, and you know, it's just a safety thing as well if something's in the track or on the road. We'll drop it down a few gears into 3rd, but it is definitely louder. It sounds brilliant. It sounds good. I don't know if it's my imagination that the bike does feel lighter. It might just be me just thinking it is and it isn't, but as I said, I measured everything on my little weighing scales and pretty much 6 kilos has been saved, so really chuffed. Right, I'm not sure where we're going now. I think we'll go right. It's just got that little bit more of a growl to the pipe, just what I wanted. I'm so pleased because I hadn't obviously heard it. There's no videos of this pipe on YouTube at all, like nothing. It's a really new pipe. I think you can get this for lots of different bikes and they give you a different link pipe. Well, I'm assuming it's quite a new pipe, I think. So I hadn't heard it. It's always a bit of a gamble with things like this, but you know what, it's just what I wanted it to sound like, not too loud. I watched Lamb Chop's video when he fitted his full system to his H2, and he just said with the baffles out it's just ridiculously loud. This wouldn't be as loud as that, but I think with the baffles in, I think this is just right. Obviously his was a full system, this is just an end can, but for me fitting the end can is enough. I didn't want to do a whole full system. I don't need more power. Yeah, you'd save a bit of weight probably, but this is it now. This is all I wanted to do to this bike. It's done now. Just get it serviced on Tuesday, get it oil changed, and I'll be chuffed. But it sounds brilliant. This bike is ballistic. I'm hardly revving it at all. Just over 6,000 RPMs, and it is bloody fast. I know it's not a super naked, super mad fast thing, but it is bloody quick. I can sense it. And I've only got it in standard mode, which dials down some of the power in the lower gears, I think. A little bit of air in the front wheel then. Don't know this road too well. It's got some little blind crests on it. Oh, this bike's come alive with this pipe on it now. It's just a better bike. Most exhausts on standard bikes are crap. Ducati seem to have somehow their standard pipes sound good, but every other manufacturer, their pipes are just rubbish. Oh, awful. Right, we'll go this way. Alright. Whoa, where are we going? Oh, this bike's brilliant. Oh, it just sounds so much better. I'm so pleased. Can't tell you. So pleased. Alright guys, I'm on 588 miles, so by the time I get home I'll be about 600. So I'm just perfect for the running in service to be done at Honda on Tuesday. But one thing I have noticed, even though it's only done nearly 600 miles, the Quickshifter and down blipper has bedded in super well. Like, even with just 600 miles on the bike. It's just so much better. Pigeons, out the way. Pigeons everywhere eating grain from the bloody... Get out of the way! You can fly into them if you're not careful. They fly into your face. Move, move, move. So as I was saying, and one loud exhaust is scaring the pigeons away. That's probably the most I've opened this up, pushing it to about 7,000 RPM. And it's fast. It is really quick. Right. So as I was saying, before I got carried away, the Quickshifter and down blipper are far better than when it was new. They're bedded in massively, even at just 600 miles. So much better. What I've worked out, I only use the Quickshifter and down blipper when I'm above sort of 4,000 or 5,000 RPM. Anything below about 4, it's a bit jerky. I use the clutch. So in town or just at low speeds, use the clutch. It's smoother. But as soon as you've got those revs a little bit higher, it's smooth as silk. I think it's on par now with my bro's old Super Duke R. It's just spot on, better than my Monster S 1200S Quickshifter and down blipper. That was a little bit jerky, like whatever revs you were doing. So I'm really impressed with this, really impressed. See, even now I'm doing under 4,000 revs, and that change up was silky smooth, super smooth. It's the best probably Quickshifter I've ever had on a bike. Not as good as the V4 Panigale, but it's not even far off that. At higher revs I'm talking about, lower revs it's just jerky. So you've got to be giving it a bit and then it's fine. That's what I've worked out anyway. The rear suspension's a bit soggy still, and I need to probably adjust that, but not too bothered about that at the moment. It's fine. For 99% of my riding it's fine. One other thing I've noticed, the tyres on this bike, the Dunlops, were made in 2012. And I think it's disgusting that Honda fit tyres. Yes, they're new, as in they're not been used, obviously, they're brand new tyres, but made in 2012. Like, how's that even allowed? But these tyres, I've had a few little skittish moments with these where, I don't know, might be my imagination again, but yeah, in the spring when these are worn out, when I've done about 1,000 miles, they're going to go in the bin, and I'll get some what they're called, Bridgestone S22s will be straight on this, no question at all. It might even make the ride a little bit nicer. But yeah, Honda, shame on you for fitting crap ass tyres made in 2012. And I'm sure they're stored somewhere warm and this and that. I'm sure, you know, they're fine. But the Japanese manufacturers seem to do it a lot. The Africa Twin ones were crap. Bloody nightmare. You know, Triumph, Ducati Fit, brand new tyres made probably within the year of them being fitted. They're not even more than a year old. But yeah, these Dunlops, You know, I've not had any mad moments with him. I've not ridden this in the rain yet. I don't really want to, but I will do, because I'll be taking it to work and back every day pretty much. I'll be getting ridden in all sorts of weather. But yeah, I just noticed that the other day, so that's what I'm a little bit annoyed about. Just that they've got these stupid old tyres from 2012 on it. And anyone else with a with one of these bikes, or a Honda, I don't know if they do it with the Fireblade as well. They might do. I don't know. Anyway, I can't do anything about it at the moment. I can complain to Honda on Tuesday and say, are you having a laugh? But they'll just say, oh, I'll get lost probably. So anyway, not to worry. Not to worry. Right, where are we now? I can see my sat nav's great. I know what villages I'm near. You can get up to 60-70 miles an hour then. The Quickshifter, when you're giving it a few beans, is brilliant. Yeah, there are niggly things that I don't like about this bike, but as I said, I'll run over those properly when I do another video. Once it's running, I'll get used to the power and the feel of it a bit more, then I'll run over what I like and don't like about it. But but as I've said in previous videos, the build quality on this is just amazing. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right, down blipper, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Any of you guys enjoy my videos, getting something out of them, I've added a PayPal me link in the description. And if you want to drop me a tip, just go on there and drop me, you know, whatever. A quid, a couple of quid. And that'd be really appreciated. A couple of you guys have already dropped me a tip through the PayPal me link, and I'm really chuffed with that. It's brilliant. I need to upgrade on my camera gear and stuff, so any money I get toward, you know, towards that is a bonus. So thanks to you guys, and I'll put your names at the end of this vid to say thanks. Right, let's slow this bike down. We'll get into 2nd. Right, see if we can hear this exhaust growl. Bloody hell, you get to some serious speeds on this. Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. It's just come alive with that exhaust. Right guys, I actually just stopped. I've got my tripod and my Sony camera in my rucksack, and I was going to set the tripod up on that mound and I was going to do a few flybys on this bend, but my bloody memory card is saying it's locked, and it isn't, so I'm not sure what's happened, so I can't do it. What I think I'll do when it's running in a week or so, when I'm back from the Wales trip on the enduro bikes, I'll come back here probably with my bro and his street triple, set up a camera and do some flybys on this bend. And I'll also bring some tools, and I'll take the baffle out of this bike as well, because it's easy to do. It's just a couple of Allen keys to take it out. So we'll do a comparison of with baffles in and with baffles out. So yeah, sorry guys, so I was going to do that now, but I had a bit of a failure. Right, I might pop to Ducati and see William and see if he's there and have a drink. Right, this horrible gravel. Ugh. So yeah guys, before I get to Ducati, I just thought I'd mention something else about the bike, which I forgot to mention earlier on. My battery was dead the other day, went out to get on the bike, blah blah blah. The AA man came out and he said he's been to lots of new bikes with the tracker fitted to them, the standard tracker fitted by Honda, and it's just killing batteries. And I use this a lot, this bike, and it's now on a trickle charger every night, just in case it drains it. So I rang up the tracker company. Is it Trackstar, Track King or something like that? I can't remember. And the guy was a bit unhelpful, a little bit rude. So anyway, the tracker didn't cost me anything, so it was free with the bike. I paid £10 subscription, but that's it. So I said to him, right, your tracker is draining my battery. I said, what are you going to do about it? He's like, oh, it shouldn't do that, it shouldn't do that. I said, yeah, it has. I said, he said, oh, if you're not got it set up right, it should ping you a message when the battery's low. I said, well, yeah, that's fine, but I haven't got that, and that's pointless. I don't want it to tell me my battery's low, because it shouldn't be. So yeah, he was a little bit unhelpful, to say the least. So I'm going to ring them back up again on Tuesday and have a little chat to them and see what they say. I might just get them to disconnect the tracker, as in keep it on the bike but not subscribe to it again, because my insurance company didn't give me even a single penny off when I said I had a tracker anyway. So I just thought it's good to have it. You can go on the app, see where your bike is, and it's pretty handy. So anyway, guys, anyone with a tracker, perhaps of any kind, just be aware that they do drain the battery more than you think they will. So just thought I'd mention it anyway. Bike's fine now, but not good, not impressive. I even had the text message service turned off. If you went up to my bike and pushed the handlebars, it'll text me that the bike's been tampered with. So it must be sending some signal out to the satellite like all the time and draining the battery. That's what it must be doing. But I just thought I'd mention it to you guys with trackers. Just be aware that your battery could be being drained, which you don't want to happen. Luckily my bike was stuck in my garage, so it was fine. I wasn't stuck in the middle of nowhere. Right guys, going to head to Ducati now and have a chat to the boys, see who's over there, and just enjoy this lovely exhaust pipe, because she's sounding good. This is the sound I wanted to have out of this bike. As I said, that exhaust has done exactly what I wanted it to do. I'm so chuffed with it, so chuffed. Get out of the road, woman, gonna get squished. Any questions guys, as ever, give us a shout. Everything's in the description, everything I've added to this bike, whether it's the levers, the tail tidy, the end can, everything. But yeah, anyone with this bike, for the money, for 400 quid, I can 100% recommend this exhaust pipe. Yeah, it's not Euro 4 compatible, some insurance companies don't like them, but it's not a full system, it's just an end can. So yeah, I love it, it's perfect, it's the perfect sound for what I wanted. Just sounds awesome. Just got a proper growl to it now that it didn't have before. Well chuffed, well chuffed with it. Anyway, alright guys, I think my battery's going to die, but I will do another video of, as I said, of with the baffles in and with the baffles out. Because, as I said, my bloody my memory card had somehow failed. Said it was locked. No, it wasn't. Not to worry. But I just thought, sunny day, before this has the service, this will be the last run out on it before I have the before I get the service done, then I can open it up a little bit more. I'll still probably take it a little bit easy to about 1,000 miles. See, then you can feel the Quickshifter then. I wasn't high up in the rev range, that was first to second, it was a little bit jerky, so normally I just use the clutch like that, it just makes it a lot easier. So yeah, just the bike's really growing on me, I'm learning a bit more about it, just getting a real feel for it now, and it's feeling really good, really good. I'd love to magic myself now to the Pyrenees, ride around some of the roads that I know there, and just see how this felt, and I reckon this would be pretty much as good as my Monster 1200S was. But the brakes on this actually feel better than on the 1200S Monster, so love it. Another thing I want to remember, yeah guys, one thing I forgot to mention in my last video is the slipper clutch. It's brilliant. I didn't even know it had one. So I thought with a slipper clutch you have to have a little reservoir here to feed the oil the fluid, I should say, to the clutch. But no, it hasn't got one of those. So I might be wrong, but I think this has got a slipper clutch. When I change down at high revs into a lower gear, it's smooth. There's none of that locking up the back wheel, squirming around like trying to kill you kind of thing. So I think it has got a slipper clutch. Anyway guys, right, nearly at your catty now. Any questions, as ever, give us a shout. If you want to drop me a tip, check out the PayPal me link in the description, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.